Hey, we have a really big show tonight. It's a seahorse from 42 years ago when I was captain of a shrimp boat. And we're going to get right into it, all right? We're going to start with the cat video because everybody likes cat videos. It's only a minute and 35 seconds long, and you guys are like cats to us Globers. So we're going to treat you like cats. Now watch Melon's ear over here. It's not in the script. He's watching Monty Python's Confuse the Cat, and he's watching Mint, who's inside the computer, and she's also confused by the Monty Python Confuse the Cat. If you've never seen Monty Python Confuse the Cat, you should probably watch it. It's pretty funny. Anyway, he's gonna check my DM. I don't know if it pops up, over there, but whatever, he hits it with his paw, and it's a DM from Elon Musk. It's classic. Just give it a try.
What's Matt doing? What's she doing in there? Hi, Matt.
Here he goes. Watch. He's gonna check the DM. Boom! Hits it with his paw. It's Elon Musk. Hey! Classic. Just classic. What is Mint doing in there?
Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
And then she's gonna watch him leave too. She's gonna when he leaves, she's gonna where'd you go? She's gonna look right at him. Just wait for it when he exits.
What's Matt doing in there? Go get her. Get that kitty. Go get her. Get her. Get that kitty, man. Get her. Go get her.
Where did he go? All right, so we're done with that one. Then we're gonna go down here to that's Flat Tony. That's my impression of Flat Tony. Yeah, I can look pretty stupid. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Peter. We're gonna destroy. Yeah, I can put the X in there with anything I want, Peter. Even the distance between your ears. And you know why it works? Oh, it's because I use inches. Yeah. You can use inches, feet, miles. Oh, you think yeah, these idiots think it's 8 inches per square mile. I mean, Peter's like sitting there the whole time. I'm saying I'm using 25 miles. All right, I'm not using it for 1 mile. It's like, what are you idiots? They're idiots. I swear to God, they're idiots. I don't know how they got that done. I really don't. I don't. I mean, when I say mile, you don't understand the difference between mile and miles? You're just idiots. Because if you call me one, well, then you really are one. Now look at this. What we have here is we have my hat, and it's mirrorification. All right, is what I call it. And it's how I do stuff, but never mind that for now. That's in the 30-minute video, and then if you like the 30-minute video, if you like this is going to be the condensed ownage version. If you like this, you like the 30-minute video, and then you'll like the 3-hour one. So what you're looking at here is a piece of glass, and then my glass coffee table. No, it's a mirror. That's right, that blue one's a mirror, and that one's a mirror down there, and you're not supposed to see my hat through there. See that? You're not supposed to. But there it is anyway. Isn't it? Let's see if I can open a file from here. See if I can find one. Well, that's waiting to open. Look, they're mirrors. See? That's not glass. Those are mirrors. See that? Those are mirrors. And you were never really here, Independence Day. I'm in an interactive action movie. Men in Black, the game. I'm an astronaut. This is my shirt when I was a kid from the future. And it's got all the bells and whistles. It's in the other video, the 30-minute video. You'll have to check back for that later. Missed it by, oh, wait a minute. Missed it by that much. Boom, bang. One more then, fine. There it is. Bang. Open. More mirrorification. See that? Now watch this. Alright, here we go. Now look, there's my computer over here. There's a cane right there to show you, give you some perspective. It's right in the middle. It's not doing anything like the rest of the stuff is doing. Like there's a computer over there. There's one over there. See, that's the same computer. And then it's over there. And it's over here. Now look, see this mirror right there? That's normal. You can see the reflection. But what's it doing over there? How'd it get over there? Mirrorification. Mirrorification. And what's that? What's that big bright light? How's that working out for you? Huh? Don't look at it too long. You might go blind. So, what we got here, like I said a minute ago, mirrorification. Okay, that's the inverse square law, is what that is. It's only possible on a globe. It is. And that's a beautiful picture God gave me, isn't it? Yeah, that's my lake, my own photo. And look at it. It's way back there. How's it doing that? Sunrise. How's it doing that? Just look at it. Oh, it's beautiful to see that in person. I've seen many sunrises, but this could be the top mirrorification. Well, that's not what you guys call it, but it's a different thing. But this could be the top photo of this effect on water on the entire planet in all history of mankind. It really could. You never know. So let's see if we got the paint out of the way. Or we got the paint out of the way. Now let's just keep pressing buttons. Let's see. Let's get this guy out of the way. Then we're going to knock him down really fast in this video. Really fast. So he conceded that.
You're at home. Hold on. So when you were doing calculations at home, you had 73 mile drop.
No, not at home. He's an idiot.
Take your little calculation, go outside and measure and see if there is
He's just annoying. I can't even listen to him.
yes or no.
Yes, like I said. Okay, I told you that, and you just say no. You just keep saying no. I'm sorry, it's just like sacred. I could never listen to him. He's muted now.
It's not that I say no, it's that you haven't measured anything. You're just using that.
Yes, I did. I measured the distance 10 years, they didn't measure anything. Squared.
Now, we need to hear you saying those sweet words. Drop over.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Yeah. See, Peter, this is what it is. 25 miles. Not a mile. I'm not using a mile. You can put as many miles or inches in there as you want. Dumbasses. Now listen, he's going to admit it. 90-degree angles on a curve. Well, Evie, did we get past the point where we can, in fact, have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface? Did we get that far?
Yeah, we got to the part that you...
Okay, so you conceded to that, correct? So you conceded to me correctly?
Before you left, it goes...
Loser! Yeah. It took the third day, the second day they screamed at me, liar, 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 you can't have a 90-degree angle on the goal. Owned. Third day in a row. The first day he glitched out and left. What's wrong with these people? Seriously, something's wrong with them. 10 years, and then Peter said, you did it there 10 years? And I started going, are you kidding me, 10 years? And I was over-exaggerating but I'm still blown away by it. 10 years, and they didn't know you could have a 90-degree angle on a sphere? Well, of course you're not going to understand trilateration and triangulation and spherical geometry and celestial navigation, nautical navigation, and nautical identification. They didn't understand any of that. They didn't understand 90-degree angles on a sphere. And Peter doesn't even understand that you can change the variable. He thinks that if you do, you got to change it to another number. Can you imagine if you took the 8x, which it's not, it's a formula, it's an x in there. It's not a mile, it's an x. But can you imagine if you had to change that to like a 6 or something? You'd be on a different planet. All right, that's inverse square law. The inverse square law is the shallow angle of the sun over my lake behind the trees and symmetrical identical glass mirror in my lake. It's saying lake. But anyway, yes, indeed. When using the formula, A can change the units for feet, miles without altering the constant. They see as conversions. You just leave it the same. All right, and we're gonna take Peter apart just bit by bit. We're going to rip him right apart. Here's how we do it. Here's how the professionals do it. Okay? This is how the professionals do it. You can't hide behind your little microphone. Everybody's watching. You just write it down like that. 8 inches squared for miles. And by the way, miles. Not mile. No, it's not per mile. Because if you did, like we're going to find out in a minute, then every time you added another mile, you'd have to add another 8 inches, so it'd be 16 for 2 miles. I mean, how stupid are you people? And now it's going to say it again. Ensure that you're doing and convert. See that word? Convert. Conversions appropriately switching between units. So in this case, Peter the prick is incorrect. That's right. Incorrect. And you want to use miles instead of inches for lake distances. And they're just saying, you can't even do that. It's like, what do you mean I can't do that? I own you. And that's right, I can place it with anything I want, even the space in between Peter's ears, yes or no. Yes, I can do that. You're a dumbass, so I'll do it if I want. Now, we're going to break down this next fool. And I'm going to move right on to Witschit, and I'm going to blow through him quickly, because he's a nothing. But we're going to do Sam here. We're going to do Sam next. In real time this time. In real time. I'm going to press my little button. No. The formula for curvature on a sphere with a radius of 3,959 miles is 8 inches per mile squared is wrong because number one, it's not a formula because he's assigned a value of a 1 mile to it. Number two, he's wrong because it would have to be miles because you can change as many miles as you want, so it's also wrong. And then the third reason, it's not good for the radius of a sphere because it's not even good for a couple hundred miles. You would have to break into spherical geometry, true or false. On every account, true or false, yes or no only. Just say true or false on all three. And you can sit there and chew that around in your brain later. Oops. Is the suspense killing you? Not me. False. All right, hold on. I'm saying false that all three of those he's wrong on. Like number one, the formula is wrong because it says mile instead of miles. You can put as many miles in there as you want. And I'm also saying that it's not good for the whole radius of a sphere, which is 3,959 miles. And it's also not a formula because he already put something in there for the x when the formula is 8x squared. So am I right? Do you understand what my question is? Am I right about my assessment of this situation? Am I, yes or no? But it's not a formula because he put something in there. Are you that stupid? For miles, I'm correct that it applies the distance in miles and you can input any numbers that you want. Formula setup is generally used through approximation. So, it's just not what you're not understanding me. This thing is dumb. I gotta break it like one question at a time. What I'm telling you is that because he gave 8x squared a unit, it's not a formula anymore, it's an equation. And then you use the equation to perform a calculation to get an answer using the formula. Yes or no? See, yes, you are correct. Once these specific values are in there, and the formula 8 becomes there. So that's 2 down. Let's go for number 3. So now I am correct on the first 2. Let's go for number 3. Number 3 is that it's not going to work all the way around the sphere at 8 inches per mile, which is wrong. It's not 8 inches per mile. It would be 8 inches per miles with an S at the end, number 1. And you definitely, we already proved the first 2 are wrong. It's not a formula, he's wrong. It's an equation, he's wrong. And it also is not per mile, he's wrong. And it also is not for a sphere with a radius. You'd have to use spherical geometry. Do you understand me clearly now? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Am I correct on all 3 now? Yes or no? Yes, you are correct. Right. My points are well taken. The simple as it converts into equations, specific units applied. It's a formula, 8x2. See that? Dumbasses. Even the AI I'm having trouble, understanding me. The use of the per mile implies it's not strictly for a single mile distance, as it can apply to distances units. See? It's dumb. Because otherwise, let me just, furthermore, for calculations around on the sphere, spherical geometry is indeed necessary. Now, watch this now. According to his logic, according to this flat earth logic, if the formula is indeed miles is 8 inches per square mile, then every time you added another mile, you'd have to add another 8, so then it'd be 16. Then it'd be 16 inches per mile, wouldn't it? You see how he's being dumb? Yes or no? Do you understand my point? Yes or no? The logic being is flawed. The formula is misinterpreted as 8 inches per mile than 8 inches per mile squared. Oh man, I didn't put that in there. He's just added inches for each mile. This interpretation leads to absurd results and demonstrates a fundamental. Maybe I didn't say 8 miles squared. But I think I get what you're saying. Yeah, because he's saying, 8 inches per mile squared. 1 mile, when every time you added another mile, you'd have to add another 8 inches, correct? Exactly. The misunderstanding lies in thinking that see? He's really dumb. I mean, this guy was saying that the sun isn't the real sun. I mean, what do you mean the sun isn't the real sun? Get out of here. You're a dumbass. I'm a moron. And I can replace it with anything. See how dumb these people are? I mean, just look at how I compete with the AI. I try and explain it all these different ways, so I'm not cheating, and then I have to break it down. So watch this later. I'm going to try and get this all in, and Witschit. Me using words like, and there's no doubt in my mind, and I don't know what you people do. You twist things around. I have no idea what you're talking about. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, how can you say that? Anyway, they all say, just treat it as positive anyway. You hear me? Positive, I said. Harvard, as per Harvard. And this is my first time talking to him. And you think people like you losers like, what do you mean I'm the loser? You're the dumbass letter. Think about salad, about word salad, just retarded and dishonest. Jeez, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Emo, instant emo is what you call that. Well, the actual formula is not 60% negative and 40% neutral. Where's your positive? He just said, positive. You got to treat negative as positive. So, of course, he doesn't know his head from his ass or what he's talking about. Of course, he doesn't remember because he has no position in what's parallax for. Witschit. Anyway, 25% have negative, 29% have positive, 46% have assumed zero parallax, You read it yourself, it's errors, and once it goes into the neutral position, then they measure it as a distance from the star. Then they know how far away it is after they get rid of the negative or the positive. It has nothing to do with the Earth going in the wrong direction. You're just a fucking dumbass. You're a dumbass. People actually think this guy is smart, just like Peter is a dumbass. He is. Peter is a dumbass. You guys think Peter's smart too? Really? Over savanting stuff, ad hominem. That's cool. You're a moron. Ad hominem back. Let's move past that. Now, are you admitting, as I heard correctly, that we can change the variables, and that's part one. Are you still holding, I don't know if you guys can still hear me right now, but I'm going to go ahead and keep speaking.
Yeah, we can. Hey, Peter, let's just do this one part of it.
I can replace X with anything I want at any distance, even the space in between Peter's ears, yes or no. I'm going to go back in time before I answer this question. X to whatever you want, Peter. You were wrong. So, Peter, would you like to say you were wrong, or do you want to still say I can't change the X? Let's hear it.
I still want to say you cannot change the X.
Good, good. You cannot change the X. Now here he goes and Googles something. He comes back, he's listening in anonymous mode. I know he is because I started talking to him. He's listening anonymously, and all of a sudden he pops back in. And then I ask him again. Remember, he just said he's still saying no because he's been saying that for 3 days, including on another space.
Time. Are you saying you can't change the variables, or are you going to use your brain here and show everyone you're honest? And
Of course he's not.
we can agree that we can change variables and move on, right? We can convert variables, right, Peter?
Yeah, we can choose any variables we want.
Oh, now he's saying we can. Oh.
To modify the constant in the formula to adjust for the new set of...
Oh, now he says we have to adjust the constant in the formula. But we already got past that. We don't. Remember we saw that? You just convert. You leave the 8 the same. You don't change the constant. What's this? You don't change the constant in the formula. You keep the 8 the same the whole time, don't you? You just convert. Yes or no? Am I correct? Yes, you keep the constant 8 the same the whole time, and you just convert. And today I was like, you want to talk about something else? How about another topic? Oops. We're blowing this thing out of the water too. So let's just listen to him lie some more.
units.
Okay,
Are you happy?
good. Part 2, yes.
Why is
So
that
he
so funny,
concedes to
Sandra?
that. Thank you very much. He had to
No, I told you this.
No, you didn't. I
Didn't
told you.
concede. We don't need to fight any further.
Okay. He still wants to be delusional that he can win somehow.
What I said and trying to make me look dumb.
He-
Alright, good.
He contradicted himself, and then he said, in order to contradict myself, with you can't do that to begin with, right there, you're wrong. And then he's trying to cover it up with people are going to believe you changed the constant 8, you change it like 6, you're on another planet, buddy. You got a different curve going on there in between the EB.
Thank you. Good job, Peter. You'll apologize.
You don't need anybody to make you.
This is part 2. Part 2.
That was still part 1. Remember, we're moving on to part 2. Come on. Enough of that. Go ahead.
Okay,
Sandra.
good. Well, I just wanted to hit that home. Part 2. Very slowly. When you look at the screenshot up there, if you want, I condensed it. All right. Well, you can say, I have to actually say part 3. I apologize. Part 2 is can you change the x in 8x squared, which you just claimed for hours and called me names, and up in the corner there on my screen you said no, you can't change the x to something else. So, before you say that, if you look in the screenshot, it says that 8 inches per squared mile is literally not a formula, and it's only good up to a mile now. Not even 10 miles. See that, how that works?
Yeah,
Want
really
to
took
change
it away
to
from
0?
me now, buddy.
Or do you want to concede that I can, in fact, change the 8x squared to anything we want to? Not you, we, the world, 8.2 billion people. Do you think you control that formula? Or do you think the person that wrote it says we can change the x to anything we want? Peter.
Would you you're saying is somewhat meaningless. So yes, we can change it.
Now he's saying again. See, he's doubling down. Where for 3 days he's been playing flat out no, but then he's gonna lie. As you've seen again, I've already showed you that you don't have to change the 8, but he's gonna try it anyway. Watch.
Arbitrary set of units.
Oh, so you're changing your mind.
However,
Good,
what we
that's enough.
cannot-
You can stop talking now. You're done.
No, because
This
was
is just foreplay.
Oh, no, I'm not interested. I don't go that way. Don't get your hopes up.
Ad hominem.
Okay, so I'm just practicing for tonight. So
Yeah, he's dumb. He's dumb. He's broken right now. He's a broken
we
man.
can change it to any set of units, and then we have to adjust the constant.
He's saying it again. Oh, now we have to adjust the constant. You can't. You can't do it, Peter. As proof right here. In other words, if we're taking the empty brain space in your brain, all right, that's where your empty brain space equals 6 inches. If we take that and we use that as the variable instead of, miles or feet, we're going to use 6 inches because, we have to use the correct increment. We just can't use like 5.2. It's going to be a little complicated. So we're going to choose your empty brain space for 6 inches. And we're going to take my formula of 8 and the 25 miles squared, which is 625, equals 5,000 inches. I told it not to do that. I don't need to do that. I just get I do it, but I don't write it out that way. And you still get it's 416.67. You round it up to 417 feet drop right. So, are we changing that to 8? Is that what you think? We're changing the 6 to 8? Are you 6 inches now? No. It's just pointing out that's what we're working with. Empty brain space, yes, yes, yes. But we're not actually changing the constant from 8 to 6, are we? Yeah, no, we're correct. We're not changing the 8 to 6. No, we're just making fun of Peter's empty brain space. We specify that the measurement units are in inches instead of miles, but the constant remains 8. Loser.
Curvature that this formula approximates.
Peter, it's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. Can you change the X, yes or no?
It's a ratio.
You kept saying no.
It's a ratio now.
It's a simple formula. It's got 3 characters in 8, and X, and a little 2 up there. And you keep saying no, we can't change it. So now what's your answer? Yes, I can change the X from miles to feet or inches, or no? What's your answer? Can I change it? Yes or no?
I'm just slaughtering him.
You can change it if you change the 8 also.
Correct.
Correct.
Absolutely wrong. Look up there in the screenshot. 8.
I've had enough of this clown because this is actually, I only got 5 minutes left, so in this video. I don't know what else I got going over here. Nothing. Poor Peter. I mean, I don't know what we got. We got, poor Peter. He's broken. I broke him. Yes, the reason it's colder in Minnesota in the winter and warmer in Texas is because the earth is curved and it's tilted on its axis and the heat dissipates over distance because of the inverse square law. True or false answer only. True. 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 I own you. It's true. It's true. Minnesota, same as if you're in Texas. So why would the heat be any different? Oh, it's because the earth is curved and the axis tilts. It's the inverse square law. Is what it is, because the heat dissipates over distance, so obviously the distance is greater to Texas because it's beyond the curve, or Minnesota is beyond, farther away, so it gets less heat.
That is not true, Gregory.
Boom! Owned again, bitch! Suck it! Foreplay my ass. What do you think you're dealing with, buddy? Who do you think you're dealing with, clown? I'll show you who you're dealing with. It's the end of the line, buddy. This is the same thing, it's just you can't hear it as good. See, it just wasn't as clear as,
He's been working
word salad in?
is the inches you get per square mile. That's what you're going
If
to
you
get.
change the units,
You're just not understanding Starcross.
I know he's not. I can't help him. I can't help him.
Understanding this perfectly fine.
Disagreeing with
He just doesn't want to. He's been wrong at inverse square law. The planets, what he apologized for. I won't bring that screenshot of it. He sent me an apology for that. But this one, what the problem is, let's see, I got a minute 20 left and 2 minutes left. Here we
It's like
go.
a built-in word salad. Why don't you just say yes? Say yes or no question.
How'd you like that time warp? Did you see that? Did you guys see that? That was cool, wasn't it? That's what a normal soul looks like. See how it's nice and tight and wound up, stays together? It's Peter's soul.
It's like when he told me he just is only known God, he's 40, he's only known God for just a short amount of time in his space, he told me. He hasn't known him for 62 years like I have, so. I'm also a herpetologist. I used to work for the snake rescue team in Florida, in Naples, Florida. People had snakes, we had to save them from the snakes.
Yeah, I gotta rescue people from the snakes. That's my snake bag.
This is Peter. He's going in the bag.